everyone. So it's been about a month since I've been for a run. So today is my first little run in a while. Reason for that being I have a little bit of a problem with my foot again. The top of my foot this time, which is something I haven't really dealt with before. I'm not entirely sure what the issue is, but rest doesn't seem to be making much of a difference. But it seems like I can run a little bit without causing too much pain. But I'm just getting a bit depressed sitting there doing nothing all day, so I had to get up and just go for a short run today. So that's what we're doing. So we are into November now, and it's starting to get really, really cold. I have to start wearing my gloves on running soon. I can't feel my fingers. It's kind of hard to even turn the camera button on, to be honest. So what have I been up to of late? I had 2 races since I last made a video, and they were 2 great races actually. 2 of my best races so far, which surprised me because I had to actually have a bit of a rest before each race, maybe like a couple of weeks, for a week to a couple of weeks of not running before each race. But it seems to do me the world of good, to be honest, which does show you that rest is just as important as training. So the 2 races I had were the Birmingham Simply Health Half Marathon, which would be my first official road half marathon, and I actually smashed it. I got a personal best for me, and it was actually my first sub 1:45 half marathon. I can't remember my official time, 1:43 something. I'll write it down below somewhere. And the next race I did was Cannock Chase Tough 10K, and it was tough. So it was a trail race, lots of steep hills, but I ended up coming 18th out of 450 people, which surprised myself, gave me a huge confidence boost. But obviously not being able to run the last month, I've not been able to benefit that confidence boost too much. So they're 2 really cool races that I can recommend to anybody really. I enjoyed them both thoroughly. It looks like they're probably going to be my last races of the year. I wanted to try and do a Christmas race, but unfortunately I'm working like a dog. I really don't have any free time on the weekends. I work all Saturday from usually 9 in the morning till midnight, and then Sunday usually in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. So any organised races are usually done by that point. So coming up soon, which is why I'm really worried about my foot, and I've given it some rest because I knew I had to start this soon, but I really do have to start my ultra training. I formulated a plan for that using a couple of different books, a couple of different techniques. So in the midst of that time up to the ultra marathon in June or July, I think, I have a marathon in April, and I'm going to slot in some races obviously in those first few months as well. So it's going to be ultra training, but I'm going to have to build up the marathon training into that as well, which I've got a plan for that, and it seems to all slotted pretty well. Because I haven't run in a month though, again I'm just going back to slowly building up. concentrating more on the miles than the time, just making sure I get in the miles, walking if I have to, really just trying to avoid injury. I mean, it's I'm not really sure how I hurt my foot. I'm going to put it down to probably the only new thing I introduced into my training, which was skipping, and I think just the constant bouncing up and down on my toes. Maybe it's just an action I'm not used to, and that's just put a little bit of a strain on the top of my foot. But I was hoping that it would subside by now. It's definitely not hurting on the run, but I know it's just one of those things that come the end of the day, it's really painful. But you know, I've got pre-plantar fasciitis, I can certainly get through this. I have to say though, I'm really looking forward to 2019. I'm really looking forward to all the different events that you can do. Obviously the ultra is a huge goal of mine, the 50 being the first goal on the ultra step, first step on the ultra goal, and then sometime the year after moving on to the 100 miles. But that is ahead of us for the time being, so one goal at a time. So yes, great things to come, I hope. Okay, so that's it. Did a short 3-mile run just to make sure my foot was doing okay. You can definitely feel the sore patch. I'll soon know in about an hour or so if it's feeling really bad or just a little bit sore. I'm going to go in and ice it, stretch, and yeah, I'll get back to you very soon.